Design. So I'm going to share a presentation with you guys. Just bear with me for a couple of seconds so that I can get the presentation ready, like so. So today I'm here with you to present the study program. My name is Solveig and I am the program manager. Katie Ottesen is also present and she is working here as a vocational teacher. And we also have Kjetil with us, which is a student at Technical Design that can give you all some insight into how it is to be a student here. So just a quick overview of our staff. I will not go into detail, but as you can see, we have a lot of staff available at Technical Design. So they have a high degree of competence. We have mechanical engineers, we have architects, and also staff with competence in BIM. We have BIM managers, and also several of these are currently working in industry. We put a lot of emphasis on having connections with the industry to make sure that our students are learning skills and theory that are sought after and relevant for the industry. So I'm going to quickly talk about what you learn here at Technical Design. And from this list, you can see that we are heavy on learning software. So you're going to learn AutoCAD, Inventor, Revit, and also you're going to learn Twinmotion and Photoshop. And Technical Design is either a mechanical study or an architectural study. So the architectural students, they're going to specialize in Revit and they will also learn Solibri, while the mechanical students will specialize in the mechanical aspect, which means Inventor, and they will also learn Cura to help and aid with 3D printing. So in addition to all of the software you're learning, you'll also learn some soft skills. So we're going to drill you in, sounds a bit boring, but we're going to drill you in file organization and also backup and all of these things that are paramount and super important in the industry. You're also going to learn how to collaborate with other students, which is going to be a valuable skill in the industry. And in addition, you're going to learn how to give and receive feedback, which can always be a little bit challenging. So we're going to teach you how to do that. Here, just so that you have something to look at other than my voice, here is a small presentation for the mechanical aspect of the study. So this is Technical Design Mechanical. So right here, you can see the software that you're going to learn in the mechanical aspect, which is Autodesk Inventor. So this is basically 3D modeling of mechanical objects, but it can also be, product design of furniture and other design products. And you will learn how to model up all the parts in 3D and how to assembly, basically. And you will also learn how to visualize these in renderings and animations. And you will also learn how to document this technically. So in our study, it is technical design, so it is very focused on the technical aspect. It is important to learn to create proper documentation that can be used in the actual production process. So right here, as you can see from the video, we are going into that technical aspect, which is the technical drawings and the documentation. So to go to the next slide, which represents the architectural aspect, we also have technical design architectural. And what you're seeing right here is actually student work by a former student at Technical Design, which is Elina Gradina Grisne. And she has modeled this entire house. She has applied all of these textures and applied all of the furniture and created this model that you can actually walk inside of in 3D and explore in 3D. And this model is not only used for creating, animations and pictures and all of this, because even though this looks yeah, it kind of looks like the design aspect is the focus here. That is not the case, because also technical design architectural is a highly technical subject, like the mechanical aspect. So here a lot of focus will be put on into the technical documentation, populating the model with important information, like what are the walls built up, the different layers in the walls. Yeah, it's a lot of technical information, so it's important to highlight that this study, it's not about designing your dream house and just having fun with visualization. It is a part of the study, of course, so you can have some fun and be creative, but you will learn to handle this technical documentation, which I've stressed quite a bit of times already. So yeah, that is a short video presentation of the courses that we have. I can also mention that for technical design architectural, we have a second year for those who wish to build up on the competence that you learn in technical design architectural. This study is called Technical Design BIM, and BIM, that stands for Building Information Modeling. So that is also an alternative for those who wish to go more than 1 year. So Katie, if you could hop in and talk a little bit about how it is to study here at Technical Design at Nordhoff.
Sure thing, Sylvain. Okay, I'll go over a little bit about I guess the practical side of studying technical design at Nordhoff. I guess I'd start with that it's very flexible, so you can choose whether it's full-time or part-time. And what we offer at the moment is online, and that adds more flexibility. You can access the online lessons anywhere at any time. If we compare that to on campus, where you might have one teacher, when we're online, there's lots of teachers available. And the lessons are pre-produced, very high quality lessons pre-produced that you can access at any time. And with the lessons, they're like your lectures, and they've also got guidance where you've got access to teachers if you've got problems with the content, or if you've got questions, teachers are available to ask your questions. And we've also have streams where we can go over content, and also looking at, I guess, the study environment, and also content that we can go over. Did you want to add something, Solveig, to those?
Yeah, thank you, Katie. That was a very nice summary. So what I can mention is that the flexibility of studying online, you already mentioned it, but we have students that are currently studying from several places in the country, but also several places in the world. So this is one of the advantages of doing an online study. You can take the studies with you. So you're not obligated to be in a certain city and clock in at a certain hour. You have this freedom and flexibility to do this on your own schedule. And also it is very nice for students that maybe are working or needs to combine their studies with family life. So yeah, that's a little bit about how it is to be a student here. And then also, let's quickly talk about the job opportunities. Katie?
Yeah, sure. There's a vast array of opportunities for jobs once you're finished. Some of those are listed there. And I guess what's really important to know, that you can do this course and you can go straight out into work. It's enough for you to get jobs in the industry. And also some people use it if they've already got a bachelor. They might be supplementing their skills that they have with a bachelor with the more software specific skills. Important to know, though, if you're just doing this course, you won't be able to go out to be an architect or an engineer. It's important to know that you'd be, I guess you call it a support for those in that profession. And another thing that's really good that you can do is an internship with this course. So that means that you can go out into the industry, and from our experience, a lot of our students can get jobs that way, and that's a really good sort of stepping stone into the workforce. Would you like to add something to that, Sylvain?
Yeah, that's again great summary, Katie. So what Katie is referring to is that your exam at both technical design architectural and technical design mechanical, you will be able to do that exam in collaboration with a company of your choice. You will have to apply to several companies. Hi, can I do my exam here as an intern? And then you can do your assignment there. And it is a fantastic opportunity to get the foot in, to get hired. And we have a lot of students that go into jobs that way. So yeah, and also I want to stress what Katie is saying. It is possible to go straight out into the industry after 1 year here, but be aware that there are limitations. You can't go out as an architect or an engineer, but you can go in as, for example, a technical drafter or a CAD operator, which will be the software support for more senior positions in that company. So as we all are aware, we have the digital revolution. There is a lot of companies that need support on the computer side of things. So this is where our students can come in and help support in the software. So that's enough talking from us. As I mentioned at the beginning, we have a student here with us, which is Kjetil. Kjetil has been a student here for around 6 months, and he is also the student representative. So Kjetil, if I could ask you, how would you summarize the experience of being a student at Technical Design?
Oh, it's been great. It's been a really steep learning curves. But, I've started from knowing nothing about technical design, and I've climbed all the way up to being confident about actually assembling mechanical drawings from scratch. I can now come up with an idea, block it out, and then annotate it professionally. And that was done over like just one module. In addition, I learned Revit as well. So not only can I create mechanical parts now, I can also build houses. And yeah, I think the modules have been structured quite well. So we started with AutoCAD, and through that we learned the basics of technical design, the rules, and those rules came in handy in all the other software that we learned afterwards. So the modules are structured well. You get weekly assignments, and I've stuck to those religiously and try to work a little bit every day at my own pace. And it's really helped me develop. Yeah, Inventor had some really great tutorials. It's a bit of a complicated software at first, but if you have like basic computer proficiency from before and know how to stay organized with your files and such, you're gonna have an easy time. Like with me, I didn't know anything about technical design from before. So if you're a bit like me, then you're in good hands. The teachers also good feedback on forums, and yeah, we made an own Discord channel as well. So now I speak with students every week, and we do like a little bit of feedback on each other's work and inspire each other. And yeah, so being an online student, I suppose it requires you to be a little bit proactive, a bit more proactive than what you need to in a classroom, where the students will be around you all the time, and the teachers are really, well, you can't get more available teachers than in a physical classroom. But I'm in good hands here at Nordhoff, because it usually doesn't take that long time until you get a reply, and you don't get these rushed replies, which I've gotten in this other school I went to. It feels like the courses, they're constantly being updated. As soon as we've had a little bit of feedback, there's been a couple of rounds with it, we've seen the courses being updated. So, and that's so good to see. I don't know what more to say. had this.
Just if I can just add on, and that is very important for us too. These courses, they are a bit living and they need to be updated constantly, and that lies in the nature of our work because we are working with the software, and softwares are constantly undergoing updates and changes, and suddenly one button has changed location in the next update, and we need to update the courses. So we try to keep these as updated as possible. And it's very nice to hear that that you're satisfied, Kjetil, and that you're having a great time here with us. And did you have any pictures you wanted to show from your work here, or is it not prepared? If it's not prepared,
Yes.
That's totally fine. But just thought maybe it could be fun to see some of the things our students are working on. Well, we have of course already showed some, but maybe you can share a bit. Yeah. So this is a technical drawing of a table you have made here.
Yes. So this is sort of the first sort of thing we started learning in AutoCAD. This is now from the semester assignment, so it doesn't help just knowing AutoCAD in the beginning. Well, a pro tip is to take notes and make like a little technical design Bible for yourself that you read every night. Then you'll at least try and remember some of the stuff. Like, so why you might see something that's off already. This hasn't been corrected or anything.
This is all wrong, Kjetil. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. And I also need to mention, since you're showing the solution on the semester project here, so you probably need to change this for.
Oh.
So if you have anything more from the semester project, please don't show that.
Okay, let me just show something that I'm working on now instead then.
Oh, wow, this looks great, Kjetil.
Thank you. So this is still work in progress, but this is like from the Twin Motion course. So on my free time, I've picked up a little bit of Blender as well. So this is like a Revit model that you receive, and you get to apply textures to it, and you learn how to render it nicely and decorate the environment and such. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And we had this right after this really demanding semester assignment. So it felt a little bit like a fun sort of engaging holiday, which isn't really a holiday, you know, because you end up putting way much more hours into it than what you're supposed to.
You know what, Kjetil, this looks so great, and I have to say I'm so proud of you students. The quality that you students are delivering now, it's so high. We've never seen this high quality from the students that we're having now, and I'm honestly so proud when I'm seeing this. And yeah, it looks really, really great. Like producing an image like this after 2 weeks in that visualization module, and it looks awesome. So
thank you.
Very good job on that. So I can see in the chat we got a question: how is a typical week on the program? So what I can say from the admin perspective is that a typical week on the program, you will have 4 online lessons that you go through, and that is pre-prepared content. So that will be both written text, but we also put a heavy emphasis on video tutorials because we are teaching software. So for us, it's very important to actually create video tutorials because it's awful learning a new software and learning a computer program if you only have screenshots with arrows and markups and all of this. So we create professional, we create professional tutorials basically. So this is what you will work on from 1 day to 4, and usually you have a assignment on the 5th day, and all courses, they go over the span of 5 weeks, where the first 4 weeks are structured in the way I described now. And those assignments, you're not graded on them, but the last assignment that you have in the 5th week, that is the course assignment, and that will be the exam for that course. So this is the course that will this is the assignment that will determine if you pass or fail that course. And all the other assignments that we have in that course is to support you students, to give you feedback on what you're working on, and basically help you succeed on the course assignment. So these are the check-in points that we do to help give feedback and support to you students. And we also got a question, how is the market for technical designers right now? So what I can say is that we have a high degree of students that go out into the job market after being on technical design. To give you a little bit of insight, actually, I'm in my 30s now, but when I was younger, in my 20s, I was actually a student on this very program. And during my exam, I did that in collaboration with an architectural company, and I went straight into a job there. And I know for a fact also many of my classmates did the same. And when I got older and I came back to Nordhoff, I also see that a lot of our students go into the job market. And this exam that we talked about earlier and are talking about now is a great way to get a foot in the company. So what I also can say is that, of course, you can't expect, having a job handed to you, because you need to put in the work yourself if you want to go out into the workforce. So you need to be diligent as a student, and you need to really spend the time with the courses, with working with the material. You need to deliver what is expected and really try your best to hone your skills, because it's a lot of things to learn. And you need to develop yourself to a certain skill level to be valuable in the workforce, of course. But this is nothing that is only for the technical design. This goes for everywhere. This is just life, right? But I would say that technical design is it's a relevant study if you're looking for a job, absolutely. And I don't know, Kjetil, you maybe also have some thoughts on how a typical week is and job prospects. You have worked in the industry already a little bit, from what I understand, with games, or if you have anything, if you have anything to add.
So start with the typical week then. So I studied online before, and I've been working online most of my adult life. I'm 29. And knowing the end result and end goal is very important. So at the start of the week, I try and figure out what's expected of me. What will I learn? And what do I need to deliver? Going through the modules, then I keep that in mind, and I take notes, continuing making that little Bible of mine, technical design. And it ends up with me spending time on the delivery, and we have to deliver by Sunday 23:59, just before Monday starts. But you should really set yourself a deadline for Friday, else you'll not be doing anything else. Like, we come back to this sort of being an online student kind of thing. It's a lot of freedom, but with freedom comes responsibility, and you have to take charge of that responsibility. When it comes to jobs and such, I was also wondering about this not very long ago. I studied online at Nordhoff before, doing 3D games art. Then I went to England and I worked a little bit with games for 3 or 4 years. And I was really impressed when we started the second semester, because we had an introduction to how to prepare for the job market. And having put in a lot of effort already through the first semester, I felt that, you know what, I have skills now that I can employ probably already, So if you put in a lot of effort into the modules, make the most out of it, take notes, stay inspired, do personal projects in Inventor, in Revit. You'll learn so much more. You'll get much more out of the course. Google some extra stuff. If you want to make something and you haven't learned it in the course, well, the course will cover all you need to know, but it's always nice to broaden the horizon a little bit. That's what's going to lift you up to to that next level, which will make you even more employable probably. So just staying engaged really with the course is probably going to be what lands you that job, because it's a little bit like games art. It's not enough just attending lessons and doing the assignments, but that's a very good start. If you do that well, that's a very good start, but you have to put a little bit of extra energy into it. Then you'll get really good at it. You can compare it to sports. Well, you gotta walk the extra mile, so to speak. But yeah, this course will prepare you for what you need to know.
Great,
what you need to have.
Great, Kjetil. If I can just cut through there, I also want to repeat that we have tight communication with the industry. It's important for us teachers to go out, network, talk with the industry. We have our industry partner, and we are always in close dialogue with them when we develop new content, update our content to make sure that our students are tailored to the industry's needs. So this is always something we keep in mind when we develop content here. And like I said, when I saw the visualization you showed, Kjetil, I had a little proud teacher moment there, but yeah, the quality of your students' work are higher than it's ever been, and our focus is to keep rising that level to meet the demands of the industry, and we even want to exceed their expectations. We want to create really good students that we can pump out into the workforce, and so far, from what I've seen, what you guys have done for the last assignments, I'm really proud to see that and see what level you guys are at. So yeah, there's been a lot of chatting, so I'm just going to send a little question to the technical Stefan, which is in the background here. How are we doing on time? Do we have a lot left, or how is it? I can see there's no more questions in the chat. Okay, then we're wrapping up. Tack för oss. It was nice getting to present our program. We are very proud of it, and we really hope to see some new students coming in. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.